The old Shopify dropshipping business model is broken. And today I'm going to share with you how can you fix it. Well, is it actually broken? That's what we're going to discuss in deeper. Okay, what about the first sentence right here? So every year, certain strategies get saturated because everyone is using them. As a result, all pro dropshippers need to shift their strategies in order to stay competitive and maintain profitability. So it's not that it dies, it's just because there's too many dropshippers doing the same thing over and over and over again that you need to switch your strategy a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit, and you're going to be able to make more profit than all the rest of the other dropshippers, because everyone go through this cycle every single year. You start with a strategy, everybody's using it, and what ends up happening is that this strategy gets saturated, so you need to find a new way. And there's new things that I'm going to implement in 2025 to make sure that I stay profitable. And if you stay until the end of this video, I'm going to share with you a secret tip that is going to allow you to find better quality products and stay on top of your game while others are going to struggle. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a life-changing tip. Okay, so let's dive right here. So what will you do? What will I do in 2025 to ensure I make profit more than my competitors and keep my business operating at the highest level possible? Okay, so there's a lot of things that you can do to change your business, and it doesn't need to make a 360 change like the company Jaguar, like you probably have seen the ad. If you haven't seen, this video has been trending literally for the past few weeks because they've done a rebranding, and that's just too much. If you're doing too much, it's like doing not enough. But by doing a few things, you can rebrand yourself and make sure that you're in top of your game. So what is the first point that I'm going to do in 2025? So the first point is I'm going to sell high margin products. So it seems pretty simple in a way, but everybody is stuck into testing, and not thinking about their product that they're testing. And they end up either break even or in a loss, or if they find a really good product, they're not able to scale it because the margins are way too slim. So what do you need to do? You need to sell high margin products. Most people think that they need to have a really big budget to sell high margins product, and you don't need. We have been documenting the journey of multiple products in one store that we sell currently for more than $100, even some more than $200. And we haven't been spending more than the average person who runs a product for $40, $50. So keep that in mind next time that you're selling a product. Go for the big products because they're less saturated and there's less competition, because everyone has the belief that it takes more money to test bigger product. Obviously, there's level to this game. You're not going to test a 3,000 product with a $50 budget. Makes no sense. But 100 to 200, it's still not far-fetched. What is the second point that I'm going to do and implement in my business? So I will target untapped countries. This, I think, is one of the most important one because a lot of people are doing the big five. There's nothing wrong with the big five. I've made a lot of money with the big five, but it's getting more and more costly to target United States, Canada, United Kingdom, and Australia. And since those countries are getting more saturated, I'm going to add a list of countries on top of that are high tier countries, like an example, Switzerland, France, Finland. All of those countries have money, and all of those countries have decent jobs. And by allowing the pixel, by allowing the ad itself to find buyers into those countries, it will reduce tremendously the acquisition of one customer. It will cost me what? $5 to get a client, $10 to get a client. I'm going to be winning big by targeting those countries. Obviously, it's easier said than done. We have been researching for the past year for very profitable countries. We have tested multiple countries. Some of them did work, some of them didn't, but we ended up with some good countries that we can target and that we are 100% sure that it's going to work. Why? Because we tested it ourselves, me and my brother, and we also tested it with other clients that are inside the one-on-one mentorship. So since it's working for us and for other people, then we think that we're going to destroy 2025 by doing this strategy, and our students are going to destroy it as well. So what about the point 3? So I will make my store more branded. So every year I try to dissociate myself from application that are connected to dropshipping. An example, people like to use reviews. And there's nothing wrong with reviews. Reviews are an incredible way to make your clients purchase more because it builds trust. There's nothing wrong with that. But what's wrong is everybody use an example, Ali reviews or Luxor reviews. So by doing the same thing that everybody is doing, what it's going to happen, it's simply going to put you in the same place than all the other dropshippers. And you don't want that. You don't want to look like a dropshipping store. And obviously, there's plenty of videos on how to set up Lux reviews. There's plenty of videos on how to set up Ali reviews. And there's probably 100 other applications out there that are either free or paid that are as good, but they don't look like those reviews. And that's what I want. I want things that don't look like dropshipping, because that's the thing. Maybe it's easier to install Ali reviews or Lux reviews, but at the end of the day, you will ruin your chance to make more profit because you've decided to use the same app that everybody's using. The same thing for a theme. If everybody's using, let's say, Shrine theme, then what's going to happen? Everyone that is doing dropshipping or that is a customer will be like, oh, I've seen this theme before, so I think this is dropshipping. So by doing more and more the same thing, people or customers are going to catch up on what you're doing. But by always changing a few things at the end of the year, they're not going to be able to catch up. They will think that it's a normal store. So keep that in mind. So what about the fourth thing? I think this is the most important one because all dropshippers, what they want is profit. All we want is money and as fast as possible. So what we do is the moment we have a winning product, we're going to try to scale it first. How to scale it? Then you're going to duplicate your ads or you're going to increase your budget. One or the other way, you're spending more. But the problem is, on what I have seen in the past few months, is I have seen that if you scale too aggressively with the same ads, it's going to lower your profit margin. So instead, I will scale with multiple ads. And when I have multiple ads, I will be able to maintain a high profit margin instead of slimming down too fast. Obviously, there's nothing you can do. You're going to slim your profit the more you scale. If you make $50,000, $100,000, or you make $1 million, those are different levels. You can probably make 35% on 100K. You can probably make 35% on 250K, but making $1 million plus and making 35%, it's very hard when you don't have the things in place, and you cannot treat it the same way. You need to have email marketing. You need to have upsells, cross sells. You need to have bundles. You need to have a lot of things in order to keep the same profit margin on a small store and on a big store. So keep that in mind. But obviously, everything at its own time. You're not going to add email marketing, application, all of those things to make more money right away. You're just going to add more expenses. So keep things simple, keep things as cheap as possible, focus on the products. And the moment that you make money, you can switch into something else. So you can switch into adding more things that are more expensive because you're making money. So that's what I'm trying to say. Okay. So like I said, by doing those things, I will position myself to destroy my competition in 2025. But again, there's a secret tip that I'm going to reveal in a few seconds on how to really destroy your competition, because if you put all of those points with the secret tip, it's going to blow your mind. And if you've stayed until the end of the video to know that tip, I'm going to tell you, you are going to make a lot of money if you follow those points. Okay. What is the secret tip? Well, the secret tip is this. Since I have really, really good connection with my suppliers, I've made a lot of money to my suppliers in China because of me and my students. Every student that we have, we send them to our suppliers. Every store that we create, they handle it. And what is the secret tip? Well, we simply will ask currently trending products to our supplier because my supplier is working with multiple 6 and 7 figure dropshippers. So we're going to ask him what is working currently, what is making a big amount of money in the summer or in the winter, or whatever the season that we are in. And he's going to provide us with a list of very, very successful products, and it's going to be easier. So we're going to pick the one with the highest margins. We're going to launch them into untapped countries. We're going to make the store more branded, and we will create multiple creative from scratch when we see that we have results. So by doing all of those things, it will allow me to make more money with my brother and stay relevant in the world of dropshipping. So yeah, guys, this is the video of today. Wish you all an amazing rest of the day. Take care and peace out.